Good evening again. It's evening here. I'm not using it this time. I cut my last video just a little bit short. I didn't say love, light, and peace to everybody. My daughter called, so I had to bust out and do that. Anyway, video 2 of the night. Let's break down some better understandings of a couple of terms that we're hearing in the communities right now. Two terms that I think get used synonymously that are very different. And I hear people looking for one thing or the other, but I want to make sure that everybody knows what it is they're exactly asking the universe for, so that when you go into asking for something with intent, that you know what the actuality of what you're asking for is. And that obviously being the twin flame versus soulmate ideals. So let's start with we'll start with the soulmate, because I think we need to understand what the soulmate is first. I think a lot of people have been confusing twin flame with soulmate as a romantic relationship. A soulmate is typically a romantic relationship. As I understand and perceive the twin flames soulmate definitions, soulmate can be multiple. You can have multiple soulmates in your life. And it is generally somebody from your soul group or your soul family, with whom you've decided to enter into a contract with one another to for as long as that contract serves both parties, whether that be for a short time or for a lifetime. Also doesn't necessarily have to be romantic, but generally it is. And that's why in a lifetime you can have multiple soulmates. I've stated in a previous video that I've had 2 long-term relationships with soulmates. Another more recent previous relationship could have been a soulmate relationship, but when it came down to signing that contract, part of it, if you want to call it, is probably the best way to describe it, of spending that time together in that role. He knew, of course he wasn't familiar with what was going on, but I can attest to what was happening. He decided, though he had developed love feelings for me, that it would not serve either of us if we continued moving forward in the relationship because of where he was in his self. And one person I was with for a year is my first love, and then my 6-year relationship with the person I fell in love with in first sight. I've always known right off the bat with people when I enter into a relationship with them how deep that relationship is going to be, because the soulmate is a pretty deep relationship. It's open, honest, vulnerable, passionate. Can have its definite regular relationship woes and troubles. We're all individuals trying to operate as a unit when you enter into those relationships. So yeah, you can have multiple soulmates in your life, and you can cut the cord, strike the contract, whenever it is decided upon by both parties that it's no longer serving. Now the twin flame, this is where it gets a little more tricky. And I'm speaking from my greater understanding. I haven't done any research on any of this, but because I've experienced both, I think I can talk at some level of personal experience on that. Now, twin flame. Let's start with the base of the concept of that. Twin flames are two fractals coming together to create the original fractal. If you don't know the importance of fractals and the Fibonacci sequence, I suggest that you find some sources to maybe study up on that, because it's very, very relative to what is happening right now. And I'll explain that probably a little bit in the next video that I'm going to make, because I have to make it. But anyway, what happens was that one source fractal split in two. And so when a twin flame connection comes together, it is those two fractals coming back to a base of one. So when you create that bond, that knit, it is in place for a lifetime, unless one decides to sever it, either by committing suicide or living a life of pain, knowing that their partner's in a life of pain. Just because that when it gets back down to a base of one, it also goes back to 0 point. So, and so now you have this, and because they're a fractal, they're opposite and they're the same at the same time. So there's a lot of really good working together, but there's also a lot of working against each other. And it's a beautiful dance, because it can help you be an even better version of your best self. And twin flames do not necessarily have to be a romantic relationship. I wouldn't know more often than not, or whatever. But it doesn't have to be a romantic relationship. I'm glad I have a romantic relationship, because the matters of the bedroom are part of my being. So I needed a partner that I could work with and be with. But it could also be a teacher-student relationship. It could be a father figure and a child. It could be brothers. It could be really good friends. It could be any pairing. But the whole point of the twin flame is to operate as a unit, like a real true unit, and that cord that's built it's a lifeline between the two portions of the fractal. And it's challenging, and it's wonderful and beautiful and fantastic, but it's a lot. It's probably even more work than being with a soulmate, because soulmates aren't necessarily on your same job. When Ray and I came together, we knew we had a job to do, and we knew that we needed the other one to do our job most efficiently. We understand our roles, we understand our job, we support each other in that, and also encourage each other to grow and to learn and to develop, to be even better, to be even stronger, to be even more in alignment with everything, and it all comes straight to the heart, love space, and so hopefully that was a more clear understanding or explanation of the difference between a soulmate and a twin flame. I think it's really important, especially now that we're really truly understanding and realizing and coming to the aha that what we think comes into existence, what we speak comes into existence. It's really important to be aware of what it is that you're asking for. If you want that romantic relationship that isn't necessarily going to be hard and push you, or you just really want that romantic relationship where you can enter into that lifetime contract with, then that's what you need to ask for. If you want that twin flame, your pairing, your opposite, your alike, your ultimate helpmate, then you need to be asking for your twin flame. If you guys want recommendations on how to go about setting that intent, I'll be happy to help you. I've looked up both. I found things that I utilized for myself. I highly suggest, especially now, to everybody, regardless of what you're looking for. If you're looking for a soulmate or if you're looking for a twin flame, we are entering into a phase where we're entering into teams to start at the base of 2. So it's important that we prepare ourselves. We clear our family karmic debts, our ancestral karmic debts, and we need to really concentrate also on clearing our lives of past relationships, not just this life but past lives as well, so that you're ready to enter into a solid pairing, a solid team unit. Whether it's a soulmate or a twin flame, you're going to need to be ready and prepared to enter into a contract that's going to require a lot of us, because we have jobs to do. There's a lot coming, and it's going to be very important that we have strong teams in place. So anyway, please always feel free to email me, to find me on Facebook. I have started linking invites to the Discord, the Flame server, which is usually where I spend a lot of my free time chit-chatting with other people and getting other pieces of the puzzle in there. And just like I said in my last video, I don't like to say this, but I only say it so that we can get the community really truly connected. Like, subscribe, comment, share. Please tap the bell. I'm off most of the week. Next week I'll probably end up going live maybe once or more. I don't know. There's a lot going on. So anyway, peace, love, and light. I love you. Be kind to yourselves. Be kind to others. I love you.